Hey everyone, my name's Andy, I'm a Salesforce admin, and in this video I'm going to be talking about error handling in flows using fault paths and rollbacks. So let's say in this scenario, we have a really basic screen flow on our contact record that we can use to create a case. And then we also have a new field on contact called open case that will check whenever there's an active case on this contact, right, or an open case. Now, something to note, if I go to create a new case, right, I can see there are three required fields: status, phone number, and case origin. But in my screen flow, I only have status and origin as required and not phone number. Maybe that's because I forgot to set it to require when I built the flow, or maybe it used to not be required and now it is required and I just haven't updated the flow yet, right? So if I go to create a new case right now, and I leave this blank, right, I get this ugly error message that doesn't really give me much context. It's not very user-friendly or admin-friendly, right? So we're going to add a fault path to make this a little bit more of a readable error message. So I'm going to go to my flow, okay? And this is a screen flow that I built. If you would like some more context on how to build a screen flow, I have a link in the description to a previous video that I made. But for right now, I just kind of pre-built it so we could talk about the faults. So quick rundown, this is the screen that we see here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we update the contact once we hit this create button. Okay, we update this open case to true. Okay, we check it, and then we create the case. So I'm going to add a fault path to create case. You can add a fault path to update records, create records, inserts, deletes, right? If you're familiar with try catch, it's the same idea, right? You're going to try a DML statement, and if it fails, then you're going to, debug this error message. So I'll click on this guy. I'm going to choose add fault path. Okay. And we're going to add a screen that will show, instead of that error message, let's call it fault 1. Okay. We're going to remove this header, and then we're going to update the footer. So we're going to get rid of the pause button, and we're going to change finish to next. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's add a display text. All right, maybe we'll say header. We'll just call this fault 1. Okay, bold 18. And then we'll add another display text. We can say fault 1 display. Maybe we'll say failed to insert new case. Please reach out to your Salesforce admin with this error message. Okay. Now let's get this fault error message. So to do that, we're going to come down here to flow, and right there, fault message. Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. So hit done. Now there's one more thing we're going to do to avoid updating this contact before we get to this create case section, right? Because we don't want it to check and then the case fail and that check still be on the contact. We're going to add something called a rollback. Okay, so cancel pending record changes. So it's going to roll back any changes, right, that aren't saved to the database that were pending. Okay, so in this case, that would be like our contact update. We'll say rollback pending DML. Okay, done. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to connect this fault screen back to our original case screen. Maybe the error message makes enough sense where the user can just try again, right? So we're going to click on the plus down here, and we're going to choose connect to element, and I'm just going to connect it right back up here. It's a little bit confusing with the new layouts of the flow, right? But you can see here it kind of pulls off to case screen, and I can click on that and it will take me right to the screen, right? Okay, so quick recap, right? We have our case screen. Once we click create on the screen, we're going to update the contact and check the open case checkbox field. Then we're going to try to create a case. If the create case fails, we're going to roll back any pending changes, which would be that contact update. Then we're going to show a fault screen that has a more user and admin friendly error message. And then we're just going to reconnect that screen back to the original create a case screen from the beginning. So maybe the user can try again, or it doesn't just lock them on this error message. Okay, so we're going to save as, hit activate, and let's give it a try. I'm going to refresh. Okay, so subject will say, you know, something, all caps. Something's wrong. Okay, leave phone number blank and hit create. Now, fault 1, failed to insert new case. Please reach out to your Salesforce admin with this error message. Now this error message says required field missing. Required fields are missing phone number, right? Well, maybe as the end user, they might say, oh, okay, next. Let me just try that again, right? Also, quick note, open case did not change, right? It rolled back and it wasn't checked. Okay, so I'm going to add a phone number. Create. Now this time, open case was checked, and in related, we see that new case. Cool. And that's it. That's adding fault paths and rollbacks to error handle your flow. Thanks for watching.